Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm RetroNemo, and Gorillaz are back in full swing. With a new album on the way, singles, and even a music video, this is looking like it's going to be one of the most unique projects Gorillaz has released yet. And if you know anything about Gorillaz, you know it's filled with that sweet, sweet lore. And that means there's going to be plenty of room for theories, especially with the way this current phase is going. I mean, we literally have Ace from the Powerpuff Girls in the band canonically. It cannot get any weirder than this. But the fact that Ace is a Powerpuff Girls character might actually help us out in figuring out parts of this cryptic story. It could even help us figure out Gorillaz' next big villain. Do I sound crazy? Good, let me explain. So if you're like me, you've probably seen the music video for their new song Humility like a million times. And in that music video, you see a lot of cryptic messages actually. These messages come in the form of posters on walls and the t-shirts the characters are wearing. They say things like no more unicorns anymore. And the one that we're talking about today is save us from him. What do these phrases mean? Why does Jack Black have it on his t-shirt? They also appear on their Instagram accounts. Is it marketing, new merch, or a clue for the upcoming story? Gorillaz have always been about telling a story on top of making exciting and interesting experimental music. And in recent years, they haven't been shy at having messages to their art. Plastic Beach was partly about environmentalism and pollution, as it's literally an island made of men's garbage. According to Alburn, it's gentle. It has environmental thoughts scattered and peppered around every bit of this record. And it seems like this upcoming record might have some subtle themes behind it as well. Specifically, the entertainment industry entirely, and the way we consume media. Now, the album is confirmed to be called The Now Now, which seems to fit into the idea that we have everything all the time at our fingertips. And the messages may just explain this a little bit more. There are no more unicorns anymore could be a comment on how dark and depressing and violent everything has gotten, in a broader terms of the world and in terms of the media we consume. We are to a certain extent more desensitized to violence than we ever were, and it seems like we turn to darker things and violence over any other alternative. I mean, arguably the most popular game out right now, Fortnite, literally centers on killing everyone else until you're the last man standing. Despite its cartoonish visual and its fun gameplay, that's pretty dark as a concept. The second message we see, save us from him, is the most important in my opinion. Who is him? Well, actually, if you don't remember, him was an iconic villain from the Powerpuff Girls. He was basically the devil. Now that Ace is a member, it makes a lot of sense for this to be a reference to a character from the Powerpuff Girls. So if it actually is what the reference is meant for, then it's literally saying save us from the devil. That's pretty dark, but it could tie into how dark and evil everything's gotten in the media, and just with our culture in general. But it could also allude to a possible future appearance of him in Gorillaz. I mean, if we got Ace, why couldn't we get him too? But what role would he serve, you may ask? Well, he could just be who he is in the Powerpuff Girls, an antagonist. If you remember, Gorillaz has had villains before, specifically Phase 3's Boogeyman. This creepy figure in a cloak and gas mask is said to be an embodiment of everything that is bad in the world. It's also said to be a demon, which is interesting, because that sounds a lot like the concept of the devil. Now, I don't know if this means they're connected in any way, maybe they're trying to say they're the same person, though I definitely think that's really unlikely. If they wanted to just put the Boogeyman back in the universe, they could have. I think they're planning something bigger here, and that big thing has something to do with our current society, media consumption, and the devil. Either way, this should be one of Gorillaz' most interesting runs yet, and I'm very excited to see where they take this. But as always, what do you guys think? Do you think this theory has legs? Do you think I'm crazy? Let us know in those comments down below. If you want to consider helping out the Roundtable, you can check out our Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to scripts and avatars, a shout out at the end of the video, like all of these beautiful people here, and for a little bit more money, a shout out at the end of the month. As always, if you can't get enough of the Roundtable, follow us at Roundtable Vids with our Instagram and Facebook under the same name. Roundtable YT is our Snapchat, @RetroNemo is my Twitter, and make sure to give this video a like, share it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Roundtable. Hit that notification bell for some more great cartoon content like this. I'm RetroNemo, this is a Cartoon Theory, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.